I had cancer in 2008. I had it again in 2011 from 14 stone to 6. Less than 5% chance of survival.
Make sure I charge my Garmin, make sure I've charged my lights. Make sure we get those bars in 10 miles and I'll be more than starving. Nothing compares to the thrill, underprepared for the hills. I used to get wheels on air, now I put air in my wheels. Change that tune, train and cruise. Chains been lubed, pace and move. Strava stats give man a heart attack, but then my pace improves. Bars and cadence are strong, now my legs up, my cadence are long. It's about time we do this, sister cycling tattooist.
What is up, guys? If you're new here, then welcome to the channel, and if you're a regular, then welcome back. In the last episode, I went on a bit of a trip to explore the south of Portugal, and at the end of that video, I said this. Tomorrow I plan to make up for the short ride by doing a bit of a longer one, and this time with some company, because someone reached out to me on my Instagram and invited me out for a ride. Now, little did I know that that someone was gonna be one of the most inspirational people I have ever met, and that is the legendary James Golding.
Don't go shooting all the dogs, cause one of them got fleas. Don't just listen to these songs and think that you got grease. They just lyrics, I be venting to this mic, it's therapy. You could leave, but the other guys is whack, they not me. Godspeed, sweetie, living out my dreams. I don't need a genie. Pops did Madonna shows, music in my blood, it was destined for me. Way before I even seen a CD. Cross the wrong line, you gon' need a treaty.
Straight out the door and into a climb.
There's no other way of doing it.
Get it done.
Peace is a lie, there is only passion. And through passion I get stronger. Long days working on getting better, but they only get longer. Getting there is half the battle, staying there is much harder. I've been flying out to islands so remote we must charter. Been a pro for 10 years, trying to go another 10. Going hard like Vince Carter. Leave something for my son and my daughter in case of my departure.
What sort of distance you got planned for us today?
I haven't.
Well, only reason I ask is I'm a bit worried because, well, you're an ultra cyclist, so I know how long you like to ride for.
No, I was thinking like 3-4 hours.
Oh, okay.
So,
I can manage that.
Yeah.
Just not a 5,000 kilometre ultra.
Downtime now. March or April was like 7 hours a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a big old week.
It's a big week. This time of year is about enjoying being on the bike. Enjoy riding.
Not worrying about a training plan or anything like that. Just,
No.
Yeah.
Not even worrying too much about weight and stuff. Eating the foods you want to enjoy.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, not like being silly about it, but.
No, I mean you got to enjoy yourself, haven't you?
You know, if you want a glass of wine or you want to go out and have a big meal, do it.
Yeah.
And this is the time of year to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Talking of ultra cycling, you've done the race across America, haven't you?
I cycled across America in 2010.
Yeah.
I got 2/3 of the way before I got hit by a truck. Then I went back again in 2011.
Redemption.
Yeah, did the whole thing. And then we set out in 2017. I set my sights on race across America.
Yeah.
And then the plan was to be there in 2020. Didn't happen because of COVID. We did race across the West in 2019, which was a qualifier for Grand Prix.
Right.
And then, like I say, 2020, 21 we were going to go. 22 we got there. 24 hours in, I got COVID.
Right.
And then we went back again this year. So, didn't go to plan, but
how was it?
Still got across America in 12 days and 4 hours.
And how far is it? It's almost 5,000 kilometres.
3,100 miles.
Yeah. In 12 days.
Yeah.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. There's some of yous out there, you probably moan about having sore legs after 100-mile ride. How many miles did you do per day then?
Between 250 and 325. Yeah.
Oh my God, absolutely brutal.
It's an honest week's work.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that.
I just like, I get into a rhythm, I get into a flow, and I can just stay there. I can just keep going.
Yeah.
Kind of riding a bike's my kind of happy place, you know?
Oh yeah. For a lot of us, I think it is.
It's where I process everything, and you know, over the last 10 years, well, 15 years, there's been a lot to process. So
yeah,
I like to use it for, it's not a get out, but we've raised a lot of money for charity and stuff.
Yeah.
So
for those that don't know, when you say you've had a lot of process, what are you talking about?
I had cancer in 2008. I had it again in 2011, from 14 stone to 6. Less than 5% chance of survival. Relearned to walk. And then kind of the biggest process was probably actually dealing with that, which was between 2014 and 2016.
Yeah.
That was the darkest part of all of it. That was the not wanting to get out of bed in the mornings.
Yeah.
That was probably harder to deal with than cancer. But I would say that with the help of the people I've got around me and the people that I work with and the brands that have helped do everything we do, I'm in a far better place now than I kind of ever have been. You know, we call it the story, but I sometimes feel a bit awkward talking about it as the story.
No, I don't know.
It's my story, but it's not a story.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't come from doing a course or reading a book or being trained in any way. It's just what I've been through and what I've realised that I've learnt in that process. And if I can share that and inspire other people to fundraise for similar causes or ultimately create change for people, then that's what I want to do.
And the thing is as well, is like, there's a lot of people out there that would maybe go through something similar and they wouldn't be able to find the strength to push on and, you know, achieve things like what you've achieved. It's you're definitely inspiring people.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I would say so, mate. I would say without a shadow of a doubt you are.
Know that I'll always try to get it right. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind. Yeah, you know that I'll always fight for what is mine. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why you like it here, mate.
Oh, mate, it's lovely.
So quiet out here as well. I've literally seen like one car, I think, so far. Can't complain.
We've had a bit of rain as well, so everything's just getting greener.
Yeah. That was actually one of the things that surprised me the most when I first came to Portugal, like how green it is.
Yeah.
In my head, I just thought, because it's hot, everywhere's going to be a bit like, you know, desolate and barren or whatever, but
It's really not.
it's so, yeah, it's just so vibrant and green.
All year.
Yeah, it's mad.
Depends on how bright the green is.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is stunning.
Yeah, it's massively underrated.
Oh yeah,
People
definitely.
don't realise.
Especially for cycling.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like straight for Spain, aren't they? Like Mallorca, like. But mate, this is up there with it, definitely.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, look at it.
And it's 29 degrees.
It doesn't actually feel like 29 degrees. Feels all right. Maybe I'm finally getting heat acclimatised. Have you worked in a calf stop into this ride, or I don't know, were you ultra cyclist? Didn't you just keep going and going with a handful of nuts or something, or a few berries or something? Or...
A few bags of dust along the way. I know. Yeah, we're going to have a coffee stop.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness for that.
We're going to go to one of the must stops at.
Oh yeah.
It's called a place called Germano's. Great little place down in a village called Alt.
Nice.
Bit more climbing first. Not too much, but
Nah.
a little bit more. But you got to go to the top of here. You can get to the top of this road and you can turn left, or you can go right and go to the top.
Okay.
So we're going to go right.
Oh, of course we are.
And then come back down.
Yeah, isn't it a thing with like ultra cyclists where you like, obviously you're doing so many miles, like you just eat whatever, don't you? Like There's a lot of petrol station food and stuff like that.
New petrol stations are perfect. Thing is, we call them petrol stations, but they're fuel stations, aren't they?
Well, true, yeah.
So,
yeah, fuel for the belly as well, yeah. Many times have I been saved on a ride for with a petrol station.
They always sell cans of Coke as well.
Yeah. A bag of Haribo and a can of Coke, that'll pull anyone out of a bonk.
Leave it for my little ones, my real ones, for people trying to feel some, for all the bridges burned along the way and how we still run and still swim, even though we underwater, never hit the kill switch and overcome like everything we deal with.
Well, we ain't got a mechanical, have we?
I don't know. Something just doesn't feel right, but it's probably just because I haven't been on the bike for a week.
The age-old cyclist tinkering with his bike.
Mate.
So it's a classic, isn't it? I see you've got a pretty wicked workshop at your house. Do you like to tinker with your bike then, do you? Is that what you're into?
Yeah, well, kind of, but I like everything having its place.
Yeah.
With working the kids and travelling, you just get to the point of where, and certainly like with the ultra stuff, everything needs to be organised in the back of the car because it's not. You've only got a really small space to work in, so I just like to be able to go, right, okay, the lights, they're in that box on the left-hand side in the back corner. It's just kind of
meticulous
like
planning.
It's just one of them.
Yeah. I guess you've got to be like that to do them long races, haven't you? Like.
So I got into mountain biking when I was like 11, and that was when 91 was when kind of proper mountain bikes kind of sort of broke onto the UK scene in a way.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later I was working in Leisure Lakes, and I raced mountain bikes with those guys, and then I went over to downhill, and so I've always been involved in that workshop environment. Used to work as a mechanic in the workshop or on the sales floor.
Yeah.
That's kind of been there from the start, so now I just like to have stuff organised and know where it is really.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I say, if you've got a lot of plates you're spinning, you want to be able to go and put your hand on whatever it is, whether it's bike-wise or kit-wise. There's only so much kit that you can get in your bedroom without it annoying everybody else. So that's got the bibs in it, that's got base layers, and that's tucked away. Winter kit's away, summer kit's away, and I've got a bit of kit out that I need.
I think you have to give me a few lessons, mate, because you'd be horrified if you saw my system.
Some people function better in that kind of level of chaos. Not suggesting that you function it.
I think you've just nailed it.
But some people do function very well in chaos, and some people don't. If I'm working on a presentation for a client or a fundraising campaign or a speaking engagement, I don't want to see out the corner of my eye everything sitting on the side. There's definitely some ADHD kind of going on in there somewhere.
Oh, haven't we all, mate?
Right, let's go down to Germanos. So we're basically going to go down this valley, and then along.
Nice. Down, you say?
Down.
Music to my ears.
Still feel there's more for me to do until I call it quits. Everything I do is for the ones I love and miss. Take some time, water flowers till they grow and split. Then take the seeds, plant them back, and you control the ship. Navigating through the eye of the storm. Live through the lows, got me higher informed. Soldier soul, now you got buyer's remorse. I stay composed when them bloodsuckers hit me with a tireless swarm. I've been down, but never finished. Been bound to higher limits. Walking past up in the thinnest. Almost lost myself within it. All the roads that end the quickest means you didn't take it farther. I gotta go harder in case of my departure.
You know that I'll always try to get it right. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind. Yeah, you know that I'll always fight for what is mine. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind.
Like a true Portuguese.
If you can't drink out of it, then they've changed something, because I've been stopping here for 6 years drinking out of it.
You're not growing any extra toes or anything yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe that's why I can ride long distance.
So you said earlier your calendar for next year is getting stacked out. What's
it's a bit more focused on the business next year, but event-wise, I've got a couple. Race across Italy is on the list.
Oh yeah?
I'd like to do that. That's like 500 Ks. And I'm doing a ride with a client, which is London to Paris in 24 hours. That'll be 300 people doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
And then there's a cheeky little Portugal ride coming up.
Yeah.
But I think I might pull you along on that. Not on the ride itself, but come and do it with us.
Okay.
So I'll tell you more about that later.
Very cryptic.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I don't want
though.
somebody doing it before I do it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You heard it. You heard it here first. There's something cooking.
There is something cooking. I'll come to Lisbon for a ride and I'll tell you about it then.
All right. Deal.
See, I think one of the greatest things about cycling is that it has enabled me to meet some incredible people. And as I said at the start of the video, James really is one of the most inspirational people I've ever met. Getting to speak to James for those few hours and hear about some of the things that he's been through really does put things into perspective. And I think maybe next time that I'm struggling with something, I might think of James and think just what he's been through and how he's come out the other side with his head held high. I think we can all take a little something from James's story and realise that anything is possible. So big thank you, James, for inspiring us all. And I look forward to riding with you again soon, mate. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.